What?
Hello, welcome to this evening's intention. Okie dokie. Sorry, I got the giggles. Okay, so tonight. Stop it. Okay. It's hard to do this when you have a Sasquatch being funny. Turn the camera around, I will. Okay, so tonight it will do part 2 of going through our intention meditations in detail, each part of it. So those who are new to this kind of idea, this kind of practice can really absorb what we're doing here, because 15 minutes or half an hour is really a short time to just whip through all of this. It's kind of a big colossal intention too. So we're going to take each day this week, or however long it takes. I haven't figured out how many parts there are, but we'll just keep doing these parts until we get through the whole thing. And so then you get practiced at it and you know what we're doing. You can get to it faster, you're more comfortable, you know where we're going with it. And it'll just be an easier transition for you. And then eventually it'll be more efficient because you'll be able to call up these practices at a moment's notice and be able to zoom right into them. Okay, so find a place. We're going to try to keep this down to 15 or so minutes tonight if we can. Find a place where you cannot be disturbed. So lying or sitting down is fine, but you're going to close your eyes. So go ahead and close your eyes. And now yesterday we spent quite a bit of time relaxing the body and getting into our body, making sure it's relaxed to allow us to do the inward journey. So we'll do that again tonight, but we're going to zip through it because we want to spend more time on part 2. So we start with our breath, breathing in very slowly, deeply, breathing in the breath of life, filling ourselves with that life force. And when you exhale, you let go all the cares and worries of the day. And breathe in again. This time when you exhale, I want you to just feel yourself melt into your chair, sink into Mother Earth, into her safe and protective arms, always supporting us. Allow her to care for us. In the next breath, I want you to feel like you're breathing in through your heart, and then exhale again through the heart. And now I just want you to visit all your body really quickly and just ask everybody to be on board with this and relax for this session. So put your attention on your feet and ask them to relax. Your ankles, your shins, your calves, your knees. And then just let loose. Your upper legs, your buttocks, pelvic area, hips, everything just relaxes. Your inner organs, rib cage, your breasts, your chest, your full back and spine. Just ask them simply to relax right now. Shoulders drop down into the most comfortable position, bearing no weight. Arms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Your neck is supple, very light. And focus on your scalp and the skin of your face. See if there's any tension there. If so, ask it to just release. Loosen, soften. And go to your jaw. Feel it open. Unhinge. Just let it hang slack and loose. Ah, that feels great. And concentrate on your eyelids. They're closed, but can you soften them a few extra degrees? Be soft in everything. I want you to go and journey inwards inside your head and ask your right brain to relax. Then ask your left brain to relax. Should feel very tingly all over your body now, in a very relaxed state. It's what we want. And now we're going to have another discussion with another part of ourselves, our mind. We're going to go ahead and thank our mind right now. Our mind is such a good helper, such a gift, helping us navigate this life in so many ways. But sometimes the mind gets a little bit bossy, a little bit over controlly, a little bit out of the box. So we want to talk to the mind and we want to thank the mind for everything it does. But we're going to ask the mind if it wouldn't mind taking a seat right now on the couch and just chillaxing. Maybe let the heart drive the bus for this session. We want it to stay in the picture, give its input, be part of the council. We value its input. But we're just going to ask it just to relax for a few moments and let loose, let go the reins. Now with that, I want you to imagine yourself on the ground, standing on the earth, looking up at the sky. And I want you to see your thoughts as little movies that are going by like clouds on a windy day. You're seeing your thoughts roll by there. I want you to just let them go. Notice them. Notice them. And then just allow them to pass on by. Oh, look, there I'm thinking about that again. Oh, there, need a toaster. Oh, I lost my shoe. All the things that go through our head. We have so much chatter up there. So much chatter. We all do. This is not anybody's unique problem. This is something that is each and every one of our human problem. So what happens when we have so much chatter going on up there? It's hard to relax. It's hard to think clearly. You get that many clouds in the sky, you end up with a rainstorm. So what we want to do is, instead of hanging on to the clouds, hanging on to our thoughts and fueling them by giving them so much attention, right now we just want to notice that they're there, acknowledge them, and then let them go. If you want to chase after them later on, catch up with them, you can do so. But right now, we're just going to have this time of peace and quiet, stillness. Stillness is a beautiful healing place. It's a place of absolute clarity. It's a place where we can find the path to ourselves. So I want you're seeing your thoughts rolling by like clouds up there, and you're letting them go, you're letting them go, letting them go. And this is the practice. This is where a lot of people falter. I myself did. When I began to try meditating, I got frustrated and goal-oriented. I'm not doing it right. I can't stop the thoughts. That's okay, you're not meant to. You're meant to become the observer, the witness. And you're meant to find a way to the stillness so that those thoughts don't engage you and control you. So by looking at these thoughts and noticing it and consciously allowing them to just pass on by like clouds in the sky, you're doing it. you are doing it. And if you do get snagged by one of them, because sometimes they can be pretty engaging, especially if there's emotional involvement or unresolved issues. So let's say you've got one that snagged you. You've got a work problem. It keeps coming up and over again, keeps snagging you, dragging you away from your stillness. This is what happens when we meditate. But the practice is to get used to recognizing when you're being carried away, or if you have been carried away. And as soon as you realize it, gently bring yourself back to the stillness. And that requires allowing permission for yourself to let whatever it is go. Allow yourself to let it go. You can go back to it afterwards if you want. But sometimes we just need to learn to let go. And this is what the practice is about. And so sometimes you may attempt this stillness and try not to get engaged, and you will. You'll get some clouds that are particularly hooky and will pick you up and take you away with them off on a journey. The important thing is not to berate yourself, not to give yourself a hard time, no judgment. Just simply realize it. It is what it is. I've been dragged away. Oh, this gives me an opportunity to go back to the stillness, to make the choice to go back to the stillness and leave the thought to go on its merry way. This is all that meditation practices. This is a pure meditation practice. Is simply allowing, letting go, and finding the stillness. So what we do in these practices that I'm guiding right now, these are focused meditations. I call them intentions, where we bring to bear a focused creation of ours. And then we power it with emotions and energy we draw from our connection. But right now, we just want to stay in the stillness and enjoy that, because there's a very beautiful peace that exists there. And your breath will help you with this. That our breath is so valuable to us on so many levels. It is such a gift. The breath is one of the pathways to help you find the stillness and to quiet the mind. Or even just to have the mind do its thing and have you become the witness and observer and not be engaged with it, so it doesn't affect you the way it normally would. And that's what you have to realize. You're on the ground, you're looking up, your thoughts floating by like clouds in the sky. You're the witness, you're the observer, therefore you are not your thoughts. And we recognize we're not our thoughts, we're so much more. So much more than we ever imagined, just deeply profound beings. And that's part of what we go into when we get past the mind. In that stillness is a beautiful place to discover new dimensions to yourself, new layers that you didn't know were there, new depths that you can go to, journeys into these depths that will open entirely new worlds for you to explore within yourself, expanding your consciousness, expanding your exploration of who you are, where you came from, what you're actually made of. And then wonderful things happen when you have the stillness and that clarity. Wonderful things are available because you're almost like the empty glass or the painter's canvas that's blank. There's room for you to be filled up with knowledge and wisdom and guidance and wonderful surprise. at what you might find. So these are just some of the benefits of meditation, of quieting in the mind, spending this time inwards in this journey. There are many health benefits to doing this. It lowers heart rate and blood pressure. It calms anxiety. It helps to alleviate depression. It does so many things for us. It helps us with clarity. It helps us handle stress better throughout our day. Somehow you just flow through life easier when you spend a little time finding this stillness within yourself. This is why we do it. So I want you to just take a couple of moments now. I want you to be the observer and the witness of your thoughts. Now I want you to use the breath to help you anchor that stillness. Just focus. You don't have to change your breathing at all. Just keep your attention with it. Now this time when you exhale, I want you to exhale out fully. I always want you to exhale out fully. But when you're at the end of your exhale, I want you to just not automatically breathe in right away again. I want you to just suspend it there. There's a beautiful stillness at the end of an exhale. And when we're very calm like this, often I find that if you can overcome the psychological thinking that you need to inhale right away, you can just sit in that stillness for a little bit. Your body will tell you when it really needs to take in air again. So we're going to just take a little breath here, exhale, and just try to feel that stillness. What happened for me just now in that stillness is I felt my body open inside. I thought I was relaxed before, but a new layer just went right through me of an opening, a relaxation opening. And I could feel a channel of energy flowing through me. We're all comprised of energy. I could actually feel all the points open into a flow, into a torus field around me. And it was just lovely. Now, a lot of different things happen when you find this stillness. You may have bodily sensations. You may have incredible insights or answers to problems might just appear to you. A lot of wonderful things happen in this zone. And it's not by accident. It all works together. And part of it is your commitment. You're reaching for this new experience. And that's all that's required. We have about 50% free will, I've discovered, in my opinion. And it's actually required for us to reach for these new experiences, these new explorations. We have to reach for them. This is what you're doing when you're doing the practice, is you're reaching to make inner connections. And this is one of the reasons why it's of benefit to do this relaxation and this get into this meditative state. It's a pathway. It's one of the pathways to connecting with your heart, your emotions, your deeper self, your higher self, and actually through to the divine or the nexus or the cosmic flow, or however you want to see any higher power that you have. It's the pathway to connection, one of them. And in my experience, it's been my easiest connection. And so this is why I'm wanting to share this way in case anybody else out there would like to try it and hopefully find some relief in it. So I'm feeling very relaxed and I'm still able to let those thoughts go by. And when I don't, again, just remember, gently come back to your breath. Find the place on the exhale, even if it's just a millisecond, because sometimes that's all it is in the beginning. This is a practice. And don't try for success. This is successful. Just attempting it is success. Okay, now we're going to make a little intention here. So I want you to imagine your dream world, your perfect world, and a perfect life you're living tomorrow. And I want you to imagine that this practice, this ability to find this peace and stillness within you, is available to you at any time. And it is for everybody because it is a normal routine practice of our race to foster this so that we can be balanced and centered and open avenues of communication, open avenues of connection. So I just want you to feel this peace and stillness as part of the new reality we want to intend together. And then we're going to build this up as an energy ball in our center, in our heart, our solar plexus, our dantian. I want you to build up that intention, that beautiful creation of a beautiful reality, dream, life that you've built for yourself in your chest. Make it crackle with energy and life. And then I want you to infuse it with those feelings of peace, joy, and gratitude. What a gift to be able to find this peace, this stillness. And we're going to take a big inhale, and when we exhale, we're going to exhale and share that wish, to share that energy, that high frequency resonance energy with the rest of the world so that we can create that reality together. Ready? Breathe in and share it. That was absolutely wonderful. I want to share with you when I exhaled, my whole head just filled with light. So thank you for joining me in that. And come back into your bodies now. Come back into our bodies. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe adjust your limbs a little. Rock your head from side to side. When you're ready, open your eyes. Also come back into the room. That was wonderful. I want you to take a moment right now to assess how you feel. How do you feel in your body? How do you feel in general? Your emotions. It's good. You want to keep tabs on what this is doing for you. Find the value in it. See and feel the value in it for yourself. Don't let anybody else tell you. Experience it for yourself and then go accordingly with what you feel. Thank you for joining me in these intentions. We have incredible power that we're discovering together. And when we put that power together in intention with high frequency resonance, energy that we put out in the form of our intentions, the high elevated emotions, that's what powers it. Emotions is energy and motion. We can actually create a world that we all truly want to live in together. This is my dream. This is our dream. Let's make it reality. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into the next stage of the process of doing these intentions and really explain it very succinctly as well. Bring you through it so that you really can connect with what we're doing here. And then when we're all through the whole process, then I'll go back to doing the 15-minute ones, and maybe you can feel more comfortable doing them because you've had some practice at each part. So have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow.